Hi John, great to see you today, buddy.
Bit starstruck here.
No, don't be like that. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Few couple months at how is life at Villa? How's everything so far?
It's good. Settled in well so far. Everyone at the club's been great with me. So.
John McGinn will be the man to take. Signing from Hibernian. Bent into a good area. Chester! Villa off and running. An assist from the new boy.
Have you find any difference, Scotland and England?
I think the intensity's higher. With the amount of games, the athleticism everyone in the league, it really challenges you. But it's something that I'll be working on and hopefully improve on it and get used to it. I think it's just getting used to the volume of games and how many times you're playing.
And what was the hardest that you find? I know we're talking about football. You need to make a decision to move to a new club, big club, because Aston Villa is a big club. What was the one thing that you were worried mostly about it?
I think the moving away from my family. I've lived in Edinburgh for 3 years, which is the first time I've been away. But it's an hour and a half.
Don't go homesick.
No, I'm not homesick. I'm missing Iron Brew. If anybody wants to send me some Iron Brew and potato scone. Do you know what potato scone is?
I know. Listen, I've got my older son is a big Celtic fan, and we've just spent a weekend in Scotland, and he must have had about 150 Iron Brews, and we've got about 50 in our bags as well. But you can still find it here in England somewhere.
I know you can get it, but it's not as fresh, is it? It's not as fresh. No, but the hardest thing was when things were hard in Edinburgh. Don't get me wrong, I loved my time there, but you were only an hour and a half away, whereas now you're further. But at the same time, it will make me grow up and start being my own man. Completing my own washings. I used to do some, but.
Is the boys been taking you out just to?
When I was staying in the hotel, Glenn was great. Glenn Whelan, El Mohammadi.
Has Jack been taking you out?
Jack.
You be careful with Jack.
No, they call me him and Tails and Henry like to call me Guinea, which.
You like it?
Nah.
No, well.
No,
have you told them?
No, I've not told them yet. I'm just trying to settle in. Everyone in Scotland's aware of the size of the club, but it's not until you're down here. Even when I was signing, you just take a walk out and you think, wow, I'm at a big club here. So I think you feel the fans are craving success, and you do feel it on the pitch. But as a player, you should thrive on it. I'm sure you did when you were here. That intensity and pressure is something that you can only dream about, and everyone that plays football wants to play for a club this size. So.
But you see, it seems like you've settled quite nicely because your performance has been great so far, and you've gave the fans completely different type of player.
Sent it high. Baker got that wrong. And it comes to McGinn. Oh, what a goal! John McGinn with a block.
I had a great start. When I moved from Celtic to here, it was completely different because, when you play for Celtic, you dominate most of the game. So you're on top of the teams, you control, you play in the other half of the opposition. But when I come back here, it was a completely different team. The teams was stronger. You need to adjust better. You didn't have the ball for the majority of the game. You need to defend, you need to attack, to wait and counter-attack. So for me, I need to adjust quite quickly. And I found out that my fitness at Celtic was very good. I was going back and forth, but it was easier for me because we were dominating the games and I was fresher. But coming here, I needed to work harder, I need to have an individual program. My strength, my fitness, my stamina, it needs to go in another level because I found that was very difficult for me.
Caution to Sutton, looking to make a 1-2 between them. Sutton again, takes it quickly, and then wrapped in by Stiliyan Petrov for his first ever goal for Aston Villa.
Then I had a period of 4.5 months. Martin O'Neill didn't play me. He actually thinking loaning me to a League Two club. He said I was that good at training that he could loan me to a League Two team and it could never make a difference. I didn't know if he was serious or he was joking. Yeah, but listen, we all as a players, you must know that you have a hard time. But the way you are, you've become like that because you've worked hard. We both working hard, and you know, for us to achieve, we need to work hard. We need to be the way you train. That's the way you play. That's the way I've been, and you're like that. I've watched you, and I went to watch the Celtic game last season when you beat them. Is it 3-1? You beat them?
Yeah, no, 2-1.
2-1, yeah. And you were outstanding. That was the first time, obviously I've watched you on the TV, but that was the first time I was live, I was there. And I've watched you, and you were head and shoulder above everybody on the park. And I'm talking about you were playing against the champion, which they have a very good players, which it could be a compliment for you, just show you how far you've came, and you know how far you can go.
Yeah. Send that to my dad. Blushing here. No, but I think the thing at Hibs, which is very similar to what I'm experiencing here, when I signed, and a lot of the other boys signed, they'd just been relegated, and they had a year in the second tier, didn't get promotion, and you could just feel everyone was down. They were craving that success in the top league. They wanted to be back there, but it wasn't going to happen overnight. So we had to get together, connect the club and with the fans and the players back again. And I think that's something that needs to happen here as well. I think we've got such a passionate support, and same at Hibs. And I think when you start clicking together, everyone starts working as a team. I think the results follow.
Which is very important. You know, you've been through it. You know how important it is. But you know, the players, they actually need to achieve that. They need to be prepared for that.
This is a perler. I tell you what, I'll stick my neck out and say that will be the goal of the day without question. Technique, power, accuracy, 1-1. An absolute belter. That is...
You need to go through hard moments. You've been through it. Do you think the boys here prepared?
Well, I think last week was
Have you been kicking them in training?
Well, I got the first day, I got BB had a bad tackle on me, and I looked round and he was just running away. But in Scotland, I think the intensity of the training, because the games are so spread out and far apart, I think there's more focus on the training, whereas here it's all about games and results, and that's something I enjoy.
How you felt when you first time walked out here?
That was strange, right? I remember it was working at home, didn't expect to play, and then playing and then coming out, and it was just obviously a sellout. It was a great feeling, but it wasn't a great feeling when they equalised, but then at the same time, straight down the whole end for a last minute winner.
It was a different atmosphere and buzz, isn't it?
It was mad. It was just like something I hadn't really experienced before. You see the size and the scale of the place, it just starts to sink in really. I think that was the first time it really did sink in that I was at Villa and ready to play. Really. So, how did you find the atmosphere here? Even when you were going behind, and you know, teams want to come here and win and take the scalp. It can be difficult, but at the same time,
yeah, it's great, you know. And I think as a players, you always hear the fans, you always you know, got the voice, you always tune into it. I think we only don't hear when the manager shouts your name, you just pretend not to. But when the fans are, you know, it's a full stadium, and you know what the expectation are, that the atmosphere, that they're loud, they're shouting, they want the team to win, and it's something as a player you want to play in a full house. You want to be as loud as you can. You want them to cheer your name. You want them to push the team, and it's an atmosphere that you want to be involved in. Obviously, you know the history of the club, you know, the European winners, cups, you know, leagues. I couldn't do it, but I was very close. You know, I was a captain of the team. We had a great team. We couldn't do it. How important that would be for you to win the silverware with Aston Villa?
Well, I think anywhere you go, I think every fan now crave success. It doesn't matter where you go, but when you're at a club the size of this, you need success. You need trophies, silverware. Sort of as a payback to what they put in it. They travel in their numbers, they come down and fill this place all the time, so it's the best times of your career. I've been lucky enough.
You've won a couple, eh?
I've won a couple, but nowhere near as much as yourself, but it's the best feeling in the world. You can't beat it, but anyone that comes to Aston Villa should have that aim to win trophies, and I'm no different. So you're always reminded that the club won the European Cup. You've got the commentary on the stand there, and
a great opportunity because you're a great bunch of boys and good footballers, which is the best, and the fans showing you believe, and it would be great to see you achieving that. Being full house and the whole team makes a massive difference, and this does become amazing place and an amazing atmosphere as well. You know, meeting John, I've met him a couple of times before, but meeting him today and, you know, having a great couple of hours together just show you how down to earth he is and how much he's improved as a player, and he's going in the right direction. And you know, I'm glad that he chose Villa because I know how special this club is. You know, he moved down here and he knew how difficult it will be, and you know, he's taking that challenge. He takes courage and he showed a great start, and I hope he continue and improve the same way, the way you've been doing it. But you know, I think you become like a fan's favourite, and it's great to see because it takes a lot, and you got their hearts already. So keep going, and you know, I'll be close, I'll be looking, and you know what, we're not living far from each other, so we may get a game of golf.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Pleasure.